We're out on the Hook and we're spending 72 hours aboard our Mary Fisher 895 Antoinette.
We have had to do a lot of planning to pull this together. We've got all our food, water, fuel and power on board. Fingers crossed we last the distance without going to civilization. Welcome back to the Rudder. My name's Brooke and this is Damian, and as you can see we are on the water. We've just stopped in for lunch on day one.
We're going to be heading a little bit further north for our first anchorage. We do have westerlies tonight. So in this video we're going to check out everything you need to know to stay out for 3 days. We're going to check on the freshwater situation, our water, our batteries, how the solar's going, how our fuel's going.
It's taken a lot of planning to get here, so we had to plan out all of our meals, and we only have one fridge, so fingers crossed we've got enough food because we don't plan to go to civilization. Let's have a look at the days leading up, planning this 72-hour trip. Welcome to our kitchen. It's the day before we're heading off on our 72-hour adventure. We have one fridge, so it's kind of, you've got to be really strategic with the food, especially for dinners, so you don't take up too much space. We've done some planning and I want to see you what we've got going on in here. One of the most important things is making sure we've got enough water. We usually just take this container of water. We don't drink the water from on board Antoinette. You can, but we prefer not to. So we've got 15 litres of drinking water that we've got on board. We've got our water bottles, and we also like to throw this in the freezer so we've got nice cold water. Super important, measuring out the puppy food for the 72 hours, adding up all of the meals. Got a little bit of cordial. Now, so we went from, across the 72 hours, we've obviously got 3 breakfasts, 3 morning teas, 3 lunches, snacks for afternoon, and then dinners. So lots of planning. So we'll start with our breakfasts. We usually take a container, stackable container of cereal and yogurt. We kind of have 2 breakfasts on board, yogurt and cereal, and we've got some blueberries in here. These containers are great. They actually collapse, so they're great for storage. And then for second brekkie, we've got mushrooms and enough eggs for a couple of days, and then obviously bread. We're going to take 2 small bottles of milk. We don't take the large cartons because they take up too much room. We've got fruit. I can't actually touch the mangoes, so Damian will cut that up before we go. Lunches, I'm going to run down the road shortly and buy a barbecue chicken. I'll pull it apart and put it into a container, probably this size container because that'll fit in the fridge nicely. The first night we're going to have barbecue chicken fried up with mushrooms in salad wraps. Then the next couple of days we'll eat it for lunch on sandwiches. So that's a really good idea. We've got the cheese. If we run out of chicken, we've got little tins of tuna, again stackable. And then we've got the peanut butter just for snacks and Nutella. This is for dinner. All right, so afternoon snacks. We've got some cheese, again stackable, some dip, and we've got our crackers and a couple of corn chips. Dinners, so we need to have 3 dinners. I mentioned before we're going to buy a barbecue chicken for the first dinner and then have it for lunches for the next couple of days. We've got pre-made chili in here, so we'll heat that up on the stove and have salad with it. So we usually just throw our salad in these containers, again nice and stackable. So this is for the wraps for the first night, and for the third night, how easy is this for space? This is smoked salmon. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a smoked salmon salad. We'll boil some eggs, soft boiled eggs over the top of it, and tomorrow we'll also buy some bread, fresh bread to take on board. But after dinner, we've got our little chockies and bickies, and then we've got our dressing for salads throughout the meals. The last thing that we haven't allocated for is obviously wine and sundowner drinks. Really important to note, we don't actually take that much on board because we obviously have to be under the legal limit to drive a boat. So a couple of bottles of wine over the 72 hours and a couple of beers, that's to make sure we're under the limit. So fingers crossed we're going to fit all of this in the fridge on Antoinette. And yeah, so fingers crossed that'll also last us. Oh, we need the mayo for the chicken sandwiches. So fingers crossed that'll last us for the 72 hours.
All right, so there we are. We've actually fit 3 days food in one fridge. Well, we hope so. Have we packed enough food for 72 hours? I guess there's only one way to find out. Just pulled away from home, and the first thing I want to do is make sure all of our logs, so the distance we travel and our fuel meters, log the trip that we're about to do, because it should be a pretty fun one. So let's just have a look here. So first thing on the Garmin, info, user data, tracks, clear active tracks, yes. So that'll clear all the tracks, so we're just laying down a new track. And over here, so I just got to drive as well. On the Yamaha, set, oops, cancel. Menu, logs, trip, and we want to reset all. Yep, are we sure about that? Yes. And you can see we're back to 0 fuel used for this trip. You can see 0, 0, 0. So we're all ready to go for this trip. Get that back to normal, so we're just cruising along at the minute. And the other thing we can do, trip, we're going to reset our trip. There we go. Well, we'll head out, and it's really warming up here today. It's supposed to be about 30 degrees Celsius, so it's warming up, but we're going to get out there and see what these winds are doing and find an anchorage. See you soon.
I'm coming to you from what we thought was going to be our anchorage for night one. We are at Russell Nook, but it is extremely windy, and you can probably see behind me, Damian is pulling the anchor up, or starting to pull the anchor up. It's really, really windy. We thought this would be a good anchorage for the night, but the wind's up, it's blowing a gale, and we're going to try to move a little bit further south and hopefully tuck out of the wind. So we'll come to you shortly when we are at our hopefully anchorage for night one. The anchor's up and off we head. We just ran the puppies over on the beach. Molly's got a little bit of a sore foot, so that's a little bit of a restriction for us. I'm at the helm by the looks, I know. So we're just towing. Is it meant to be up like that?
No, it's alright.
Huh?
It's alright.
No, it's right up on the boat.
Yeah.
So it's because it's on such a short rope.
We're about to manoeuvre again for anchorage.
Okay, alright. So we're literally just heading 200 meters, and we're hoping to head over into that little bay over there, actually. So it's quite shallow. Probably can't see it too much. It's sand, and you can probably see that the waters are a lot calmer over there. So we'll see if we can get into this little bay and drop anchor, and then we'll come to you and give you all the updates from the day and everything that we did during day one. So that was a great choice. We've just popped the anchor down. We were over there, Damian will pan over there shortly, but we were over there and there's a lot of wind coming through that channel. We're now in this little spot, we'll call it Russell Pocket. Who knows? Damian will show you the little pocket that we're in on the screen now. I'm putting the mesh screens up and Damian's going to give you a rundown of what we've done today.
Just while Brooke gets organised with the screens, we've had quite a great day. It's been very warm. Summer has hit the Gold Coast in a big way. But yeah, we just moved, as Brooke said, we were just over there on that shore and you can almost see the northerly ripping down there. There was supposed to be westerlies, who knows, it might change later tonight, but this little pocket looks to be a good one. It is quite shallow. Getting in through there was a little bit hairy, but we're here now. So I just thought I'd give you a quick update on what we did. So you can see we've used 60 odd litres. Let's go to our trips. And we've done 26 nautical miles. We're up, if you've seen our Russell Nook video, we're in that space. So this is all turned around. That's Russell Island. And we've come all this way. Also wanted to keep up to date with the power we've used. Even though we've been running around all day, having to keep all the camera equipment charged up, doing everything that we wanted to, we've actually used zero power. With the solar and the driving around, we're at 100% battery. There's Brooke putting on the canopies, and we were just snuck in over there, but you can see we're quite close to mangroves, and that's why Brooke decided to call this a little pocket. There's just one entrance, and the sun's yet to come down.
Welcome to Sunset Day 1. We are 9 hours into our 72-hour adventure, and we are going to welcome you to Damo's kitchen. Damian's going to explain to us what he is cooking for night 1.
Well, for night 1 we're going to have very simple. So we've got some barbecue chicken, we've got some salad, some cheese. I'm going to heat up the barbecue chicken, some mushrooms with some extra secret sauce, barbecue sauce. So we'll heat that up and then we'll just have wraps. So make your own, wrap it up together, all very easy, very compact. Only one dish on the hot plate, not very many dishes to use. So it's a very simple one, but tasty. I'm just getting. Only thing you've got to note is where the wind's coming from.
Why is that?
Well,
the flame.
Because we've got the gas cooker on, so it's just where the wind's coming from can sometimes blow out the flame. If it gets too much, we close the door. But it's really warm today. Got up to 35 degrees, I think. Secret. As you can see, a very simple, easy dish. But there is a tip after this. So we put this, once we get all this heated up, we'll heat up
in there mushrooms and barbecue chicken.
Mushrooms and chicken and some barbecue sauce. And then we'll heat up each fajita, melt the cheese a bit, make it a bit crunchy.
We're just about to have dinner on day 1. So thanks for joining us. We hope you enjoyed the footage of day 1. Hopefully we have a peaceful night tonight, and we will see what adventures tomorrow brings.
Catch you in the morning.
We are 23 hours into our 72-hour adventure. It's a beautiful day.
And we're still alive, so it's going very well. We're in our hidey little secluded spot, whatever we call it, the pocket. Last night was quite warm. I'm not sure what the temperature was, but we had to run the fans all night. And I guess that brings up the question, how much power did we use from when we last talked to you all the way through? So once the sun went down, as I said, we had used zero power as we pulled up for anchor last night. We've now used 50 amps. So not too bad overall. We've had the hot water system on a little bit, But now, as you can see behind us, the sun is out and we are generating some power, about 9 amps coming into the system so far.
So what's on the agenda for today? We have to move out of this little pocket in the next 2 hours, otherwise we will get blocked in. Damian's going to go for a bit of a stand-up paddleboard for a bit of exercise. He's going to throw me on shore and I'll go for a bit of a walk, and then we're going to work out what the winds are and where we should anchor for tonight.
Yeah, and the other exciting thing we've got is our new generator, so we can make some coffee in a minute. Yeah, this is a newer, lighter generator, a 2 kilowatt Jenny, so that makes
basically for coffee. Pretty much all we use it for is for coffee for me. Okay, so come along on the journey with the next 24 hours with us.
The next question is, where is Brooke? There she is, cleaning the boat. Well done.
I'm just going to get a little bit more. So that got...
Cheers and welcome to Sundowners on day 2. We're 30 hours in. Brooke's having a very hard life with the puppies out the back. We're a little bit north of our usual Russell Nook place. We took a little bit of toing and froing where to stay for the night, but I think we're going to end up here, and it's turning into a beautiful afternoon. Let's just go inside and have a look at how much energy, water and everything else we've used. We didn't do much driving today, just a little putt around to change anchorage, but we've just ticked over the first little bar of fuel, and you can see that we've used 10 more litres of fuel from yesterday, and the trip meter has not changed much at all, a few more nautical miles. Figuring out where to stay, so everything is going very well, and even is our drinking water, so that's the 15 litre one. There's plenty in there, and remember we've got another 10 litres or so. In terms of our energy usage from this morning, what did we say? We'd used about 50 amp hours overnight, and we've got nearly all of that back. We had a really good day of sunshine. It's still nice and sunny. We're still putting in a few amp hours right now. We did a little bit of running around, heated up some water, and I think last time I checked we are down about 20 or 15 amp hours, so pretty much back to normal. And the thing is, as you know, with the solar, as you get closer to 100%, it actually tapers how much it puts in, so it's only putting in a couple of amps anyway. So we're hanging pretty well. It's at the Sundowners for day 2, and only Damian's cooking show to come next. Well, welcome to night 2 of apparently my cooking show. So today we're going to be doing some pre-made vegetable chili. Whoops, oh that was not good. Hold on. Take 2 on that one. Vegetable chili with some mushrooms in a poke bowl. Super easy. We just heat everything up in the saucepan, add in some extra mushrooms, put it in the side, and it's good to go. Amazing evening here tonight. We've got the GoPro out there trying to capture some sunset. It is beautiful and calm. I'll get cooking and we can have a meal in a few minutes. It's the morning of day 3. We've just left, I don't know if you can see back there, that northern Nook place we had. Very nice anchorage we had last night. On the map we barely moved. You could just see 2 little spots where we moved tide to tide. So we are heading up to Peel Island. So just for everything, we've used 70 litres of fuel, so not much fuel at all. I'm sure that's going to change over the next hour or 2. And the power we got down to 66 amp hours I think overnight, So we'll bump that up a bit. We're heating up the water. I just went and checked. The water's at 26 degrees, a bit chilly for a shower, but we're heating that up. So everything's looking good. Water's okay.
What about food supplies?
The food supplies, well, they're on track. The fridge is a lot, bit more space in the fridge now, and everything else is going well. The generator's working. The weather's holding up. It was a bit cooler yesterday, which was quite nice. It's a bit overcast today. So we're going to get on the road and we'll see you at Peel Island. Perhaps one last thing just before we puppy check in. Where's it? So Molly's quite tired and Pippi is completely tired. Okay, we're going to get up to Peel Island and we'll see you then.
Welcome to day 2, and we are 52 hours in, and we're coming to you from the beautiful Peel Island.
Yeah, we're just about to head home after a really nice day.
Not really home.
Oh, we're not heading home, we're heading to our anchorage. There are some northerlies coming in. They're actually in right now, but we can't feel them hiding here at Peel. So we're just going to head across the bay to our anchorage somewhere at Russell.
Today's been beautiful. Damian's been for a snorkel, and I went for a sup and then a beautiful 2-kilometre swim, and then we just did some relaxing with the puppies.
We also took the boat for a walk. Was a little bit lazy and didn't feel like getting everything turned on, so I just picked up the anchor and walked us a little bit off the shelf. I don't know if you can see it behind us, but it has drained out a lot. If you want to check out how much Peel Island drains out, have a look at our Peel Island anchorage video. Yeah, we're going to head back. When we get back, we'll have sundowners. We'll go through everything we've done today. The fuel's just clicked on. We've done 102 litres and it's just a little bit. The second bar's in now, so we're using some fuel and getting through our water, but we've got plenty. I think we will make it until tomorrow.
All right, we'll see you soon. Cheers. Welcome to snacks on day 3. We found ourselves at Turtle Bay for the final evening. We're getting pretty low on supplies, particularly bread and yogurt and that sort of thing, but we've had to we'll plan our meals accordingly. Stay tuned.
Spotting turtles.
Yeah, we've already seen 3 turtles pop their heads up. Stay tuned for the last riveting installment of Damo's cooking on board. Let's check in with Damian now to see how we're going with all of our resources, the fuel and the kilometres we've travelled.
Okay, so Brooke's having something to eat. We're getting a little bit tired, I must say. The puppies are very tired. We're going really well. Battery, we just did a large run across the bay, but we've been charging up batteries like no man's business. I blew through all the drone batteries. We've had the hot water system on, we've got the GoPro, we've got all these things just needing charging consistently. We've got the USB going hot non-stop, and after 3 days we're down 36 amp hours at the moment, which is fine with those big batteries we've got. That's all good. Let's have a look at how everything else is going. So just checking everything in at 53 hours in at our anchorage here at Turtle Bay. Once again, I'm seeing turtles. I'm not sure if you're going to get them on camera. You can see we've used 130 litres. The fuel bars are coming off now after that big run over to Peel. And where are we with the trip meter? So I've done 56 nautical miles for 130 litres. Not too bad. So we're cruising along quite well. And here we are in Turtle Bay, nestled into Russell Island, waiting for those northerlies and westerlies to come in. Welcome back to the final night of Damo's cooking show. We're 50 hours in, we're getting everything done, and this is the last meal we're having, is a smoked salmon salad, which is super duper easy. It's a salad with some smoked salmon, and key ingredient is soft boiled eggs, which I am handing over to Brooke to take care of because she loves them.
I'm a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to soft-boiled eggs, so I have a secret recipe. You have to make sure the pot comes to boil, and then you gently drop the eggs in to simmer lightly for 7 minutes. Once they've simmered lightly for 7 minutes, you pop them in a bowl of iced water for an extra 3 minutes, and then they're perfect. So what we're going to do is we're going to prepare the salad while the eggs are boiling, and then while they're in the ice water, we're going to pop the smoked salmon on. As Damian said, this is a great meal for the last night because there's minimal storage requirements, really low space, and we can use up all the leftovers like the sun-dried tomatoes and the avocado and those sorts of things. So it's going to be a beautiful meal, beautiful sunset for a beautiful trip for the last night. Thanks for joining us.
Well, team effort. Welcome to the final night of Damo's cooking show. Look at that. And doing the using some sun-dried. This is a great thing. You just kind of get everything you can out of your experience of 3 days away. The fridge is very empty. We are running out of stuff quickly now, but we have our final meal. We have a perfect egg, thanks to Brooke, and we have a really beautiful sunset behind you, and hopefully we can show you that now.
To you, we are now hour 68 and we are still alive.
Yay!
It was another beautiful night, and I can say it now, but we managed to score 3 nights in a row without any tippy tap on the bow. So I think, according to my Garmin, I had 9 hours and 38 minutes sleep. So I'm very happy with that, feeling very refreshed.
Yeah, it was a great sleep. Good little bay in here at Turtle Bay. Just went for a sup this morning. We've just left anchor, so we're just getting underway while the winds are nice and calm this morning. And we're on the way home. We'll be stopping for morning tea somewhere.
We're very low on supplies, like very low on supplies. We've run out of most things. So
we've got water, we've got the essentials. So we've got heaps of water left. We've got one lot of morning tea left. We have some coffee left, but other than that, the fridge is getting rather empty.
Well, you could say we're running very low and it's getting urgent, or we timed it just perfectly for the 72 hours.
All right. Well, we're leaving our anchorage. We've used 130 litres of fuel, so it'll be pretty much 200 by the time we get home. And how much? We've done 57 nautical miles on this trip so far, so we've had quite a good one, and also the batteries are holding up really well. I woke up this morning and I think we've used 70 odd amp hours. I charged up the shower and had a shower this morning, nice and warm as well. So everything's been working perfectly on Antoinette, which is lovely. To just makes boating so much easier.
We made it. We officially got to 72 hours on board Antoinette. We are coming to you on a pit stop on the way home. We thought we'd stop in at Stradbroke Island for a quick coffee and our final sign-off. Stradbroke Island is aptly named because it's a man-made island placed just on the inside of the seaway to obviously stop the waves from breaking on the mainland. It's a great little spot for day trippers, and you can tuck in out of any wind aspect. We don't usually come here because it's usually really busy, but it's a weekday, so we thought we'd pop in here.
So we're at 72 hours, we're almost home. This is where we're going to leave it for the video. So we've done less than 200 litres of fuel, which I think's pretty awesome. And I can show you everything on the board there, but basically we survived really well. We still have plenty of drinking water, so we use the extra tank. So we've got plenty of drinking water, but as we were saying before, the food situation's getting pretty dire. We don't have much food left, but that's fine.
We've got 0 puppy food left, which is okay because they won't get fed till tonight when we get home. So thanks so much for watching and sticking with us throughout the 72 hours.
Congratulations if you're at this part of the video.
We hope you've enjoyed our journey as much as we have. If you did, please like and subscribe.
And leave any comments or questions down below, and we'll see you next time on the rudder.